Alright, here we are again. It's like an hour and a half later. I think I fixed the problem. I was wondering last night when I first encountered the chain falling off if it was related to the chain ring, but then after a few minutes of fussing, it stopped fighting me and it worked. So alright, I guess I can ride it, but then I forgot to check it before I left to see, but it seems like that is possibly the problem, because I rode the last 2 to 3 times with this wheel and this chain and there was no problem. But as soon as I changed the cranks, I put that chain ring on, it starts slipping. I added to see if it was some problem with the rear cog and the chain and the chain ring. I added a 18 tooth and it was fine. I mean, it's the same thing, so logic dictates, might as well check the old chain ring. So I just put the only one I could find in the room I was in was the one that came on the bike, which was fine because it's the same teeth as the one that was giving me troubles. So now I have 4618 and 4616 simultaneously, so I can, and the chain is just in the sweet spot where it seems to work with both. I'll have to take a riding with the 18 next time. I gotta find a chain ring too. So this is gonna be weird. Haven't ridden this gear ratio in a while. I must say I do like the firmness. It's not too hard. It's kind of in between. Not much difficulty. Not going too fast, but I'm just checking everything out right now. It should be fine though, since just pedaling with my bike upside down every few revolutions, the chain will come off randomly. So since I didn't do it, I wasn't gonna leave with the wheel on the 18 tooth cog, but I decided to flip it over to do a test and to just ride the 16 since I was already riding it. Even though I thought I was riding a 13 or a 15, I figured having the same rear ratio. Well, I went up 16 teeth. I think it went up. I'll have to check. So I think I was riding a 33 my last video in the chain ring. So 13 teeth, I think. I can't think right now. I got all flustered because the only way I could get the chain to stay in place, because how I cut it when I did it a few months ago to get this bike working again, I needed it to have 2 master links, and I was hoping, since I had the idea last night, that maybe there was a problem with the chain ring since, as mentioned, I was using, the only difference was the chain ring and the cranks, but I figured the cranks didn't play much into that. So it doesn't really make sense. Since they're the same style, just from a different bike, I think they're the same size. They might be longer or shorter. I didn't look at either one. But, yeah. So hopefully I can get used to riding back in the 40s, since that's pretty standard. Feels a little easier. I can go on a little bit further, a little quicker type thing. Not sure if I need a chain ring for the 18 tooth because I put a chain ring on the 16 even though it didn't have one. I was riding it before, but I did it to be safe because it's the kind of fixed cog that's not flat. It has the little lip on the back, so when you tighten it, it kind of does it sooner. But we'll see. It slipped yesterday, I think it was. Well, when I had it upside down, so that's why I decided to put the chain ring on it just to see, because for whatever reason, even though I took it off the same side when I was messing with it over the weekend, when I put it back on, it was fussing with me. And I didn't even cross the thread. I had it the right way, for once. But luckily, I've done enough one-piece cranks the last couple months with this bike and my Mongoose Grudge and a couple others, and now I'm not intimidated by them. Very easy. I assumed they would be harder than they are, just because I didn't know what to expect. I think I've only taken one or two off before in the past. I forgot I only had one working pedal with a what's it called? Toe strap, which is alright. I forgot one of them broke. The one that was in these cranks broke over the summer because I went to go and I did it too hard. And I stomped it down. I guess it wore out from age, or I didn't have it tightened right, so it broke and I had to walk home. But all my other, I think I only have this, as far as I'm concerned, the only axle for a left pedal that fits into these cranks is the one I'm using, and it's one of those kind of rounded